So just preparing yourself into a nice comfortable space. And this morning I'm going to do a practice called the figure 8. So it's what date is it? It's the 4th, is it the 4th of March? And it's a Thursday. So you're all very, very welcome. I'm just going to wait now until I see Karina coming in, and then we'll start the practice. But we're going to start with a nice getting here like we do on the other weeks, just helping us to arrive into the space. Good morning, Avril. Yeah, just making yourself comfortable, arrive into the space. Good morning, Evelyn. Nice to see people arriving. Yeah. So just settling yourself in now into your seat and allowing yourself to arrive into the space for your practice this morning. Just check my sound. Good morning, Karina. Okay, so Karina's there now, so we'll get ready to start. And just to remember, all of these practices are on the Lantern page, the ones that I was doing since last March, and the ones that I've been doing now since probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. So they're all live there on those practices. Please remember to like it and to share it so that other people can get the benefit. And all of these practices I would have learned from a lady called Pat Kane through the Capacitar. And you can look up the Capacitar on www.capacitar.org. So it's lovely to see you all coming in there now. So just settling into our chair. So we do a nice getting here. Yeah, so just being grateful that you have arrived, that you have allowed yourself to come here this morning and to do this practice. And as you settle down, just notice in your mind there might be things you're thinking, things that I need to do or things that I didn't get done. So just see if you can allow yourself to park those up. And when you're finished the practice, they'll be waiting for you anyway to do. You can collect them then again if you wish. So just noticing what's supporting you right now. So feeling the chair maybe that's supporting you or whatever you're lying on. And I would suggest to you maybe that rather than lying back on a couch or a bed, that you would try to sit up straight and feel the chair underneath your sit bones, maybe even rocking from side to side, feeling your sit bones on the chair, feeling the ground underneath your feet, and feeling the support from your breath as it enters and leaves your body. That's it, feeling the nourishment from your body. The nourishment going into your lungs, filling your lungs up with the air. And just letting go of the breath you no longer need. And acknowledging the nourishment that that breath has brought to your lungs and to every organ in your body, to your bloodstream, your skin. And just see if you can slow yourself down to take 3 nice deep breaths deep down into your belly. And returning now to your normal breath. And just noticing the breath, the texture of the breath, the speed of the breath as it enters and leaves your body. and greeting yourself, calling yourself by your name silently, and just checking in and saying, how are you? So just knowing that for the next while you're on here with me, nobody wants anything from you. This is your time. This is your space. So just let that lovely white light pour right down over you as you relax your scalp, the back of your neck. Allow it to soften. Allow your forehead to soften and your eyebrows and the lids of your eyes. And if you close your eyes and just acknowledging the brightness coming through the lids. And just softening your jawbone, releasing your jawbone. Maybe placing your tongue up on your palate. And this will allow you to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you listen to that, it's like listening to the sea going in and out, the waves coming in and out. And softening your shoulders and your hands. Just breathing into your chest and allowing your chest to soften. Go gentle, breathing in kindness, softening your tummy, relaxing your hips and your legs right down into your toes. Just breathing in warmth, nourishment, compassion, kindness. And letting go of what you don't want. And letting go of the breath you no longer need as you prepare to take in the next breath. And as we prepare now to move on with the class this morning, just beginning to just stretch your fingers a little bit and your shoulders a little bit and your neck a little bit. Yeah. Nice and gentle, lovely and soft. So this morning I'm going to do a practice with you and it's called the figure 8. So the figure 8, it was the work of a psychologist and her name was Philips Krystal. And then I would have learned this practice from a lady called Pat Kane through the capacitor practices. So you can look that up on www.capacitor.org. So the aim of this figure 8 exercise is to create like a healthy personal boundary. So when I say, you know, we want to create our own boundaries, sometimes it doesn't mean that, you know, that somebody else is going to suffer at the fact that I'm going to create my own personal boundary. And it uses the figure 8. And it's, you know, it's like the infinity sign. So it uses a figure 8. It's like 2 circles. And this practice encourages us to create a healthy personal boundary and recognize our own integrity, our core energy, and our self-esteem with respect for our own selves and for the other person. So it's done, and I'm just going to show you a little picture here so that you can just get an idea. So there's 2 circles, and in one circle there's just a little dot, and that's me. And in the other circle then we have things that we might like to get our own boundary from. So it might be a person. It could be a person that we have like unfinished business with, or it might be somebody that we love dearly, but there might be aspects of that person that we might like to do a little bit of work around. So it could be a person. It could be a traumatic memory. And it could be something that we do, like, you know, the negative thought. Sometimes we wake up with automatic negative thoughts. Or it could be like a strong emotion that we have. So we can use this. So we have one circle and the other circle. And the circle is like, you know, see the yellow? So we have the yellow stays firm there. And then the blue neon light, that moves around. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that now. Okay. So, and it can drain the energy. And the energy that we're holding on to can be the thing that creates depression and anxiety in us. So we use our hand for this practice. So we can imagine we have like one of those circles there, and in the first circle we have ourselves. So that's me in there. And in the other circle that's kind of attached to me is the person that we might have unfinished business with, or it can be the traumatic memory. It can be our self-talk, you know, those thoughts that we have, or the things that we say to ourselves sometimes. Like sometimes we might say to ourselves, we're not good enough, and things like that. So all those self-negative things that we say to ourselves. And then it might be a strong emotion that we have. So that is in the other circle. Now, the yellow neon light is around both circles. And we start with the circle with the other in it. And we move then with this finger, and it's like we could imagine that there's like kind of a blue, kind of an indigo colour coming out of this finger. And we move around to the other first, and then we move around ourselves. And that's the practice, doing this figure 8. So it could be hard to just kind of keep your hand up like this during the practice. So you could be resting, you could be watching TV and just relax your hand on your lap and do the figure 8. Or you could even do it nice and small if you were on the bus or travelling. Or you might like to do it with your hands. So you might like to even stand and do it with your hands. Or you might like to do it with your hips. So you might like to stand and do it with your hips in a figure 8. So there'll be different ways that you can do this. Okay. So this exercise, it doesn't need the other person that you're doing this about. They don't need to know this. You do this for yourself. This is so you don't need to be talking about it to the other person at all. The practice is it's really great to do it kind of when our subconscious is very alert, which is very early in the morning when we wake up. Our first thing, last thing before we go to bed at night time. But I practice it during the day sometimes if I want it. But you can get more benefit out of it if you're doing it in the morning or last thing before you go to bed. It isn't something like, when we done the tapping, you notice that the tapping kind of shows an immediate release. This is something much slower. So it can take, it's not just going to happen in days, or it's like we practice this over weeks or months or years, or Pat Kane says even lifetimes. So that we know then intuitively when we're ready to cut the ties that bind us, that we can let go of that energy. So again, this is another scientific exercise. It's something that I've practiced myself, and it really has helped. So it's science. It's something that happens in the mind and in the body. So get ready to practice it, and I hope I've explained it now to the best way I can. So when you're ready to cut the binds, then you could do it with like a little ritual. It might be that you might like to write something down, or draw a picture, or make something in clay, and you might like to burn that letter or do something with it. So it's like you're cutting the ties then that bound you to that part. So what it does really is, like, if it's unfinished business with somebody, and it may be somebody that you love, and it may even be that person has passed on, it just frees the love. It doesn't, it brings us to a place where we can love ourselves more, create a really nice energy in ourselves. We don't have to hang on to those bad thoughts anymore, or that kind of negative energy anymore. So it frees us from that. So we can use whatever we need to do to cut that tie that binds us in that circle. Sometimes we could do it like even on our knee. So I hope I can get this down lower. So we could do it on our knees. So we could create the circle on our knees. So this is the other person, and then we go to ourselves. And then after a time when we intuitively know that we're ready to cut the ties that bind us, we might just do a karate chop and chop that negative energy that we've been holding on to. So let's come closer again. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we'll get ready and we'll do it on our hand, but I'm going to do it up like this, but you can do it with your hand rested on your lap. So we're going to start, and we have the yellow light, the yellow circle, and the other yellow circle, and then we have the finger with the purple. So we're going to move around the circle with the other person, or that the traumatic memory, or the negative self-talk, or the strong emotion is in here. And then we're going to go to ourselves and then create that figure 8. We're going to do this for a while, and also just do one at a time. Don't load it in there at all. Just one thing, one issue at a time, and only work on one issue at a time. we practice that for about 2 minutes. And you can do that on several times in the day, but it is more effective just first thing in the morning and just before going to bed at night time. This is beautifully done with children, especially if the child is feeling bullied in school. It's so wonderful. And you know, when the child is after practicing it for a while, they might like to write it down in a balloon or something, to write down what's, you know, the things that they want to let go of, and let that go. And the child will build self-confidence, and you know, their emotional energy will be healed, so they can let go of it. They don't have to hang on to it. It gives them that extra skill. So it can drain the energy that causes depression and anxiety, and that's how powerful it is, because we can spend so much time on thinking and, you know, giving our negative thoughts and all of the things that hurt us. We can give that, all of that, so much room rent-free in our minds, so we can let go of it and get on with our lives in the best way that we want to live them. So I hope I've explained that in the best way I can now. Yeah, and it's just very important that we do one at a time, that we don't we don't crowd in that other circle, you know, just one at a time. Yeah, that's it. I think I've given you all the information that I wanted to give you in it. So we might just finish with a nice nice relaxation. Yeah, so just settling yourself back now. And as you breathe in, breathing in a warm, nourishing breath. And as you breathe out, just letting go and allowing your body to relax. Just letting go, allow your body to get heavier and relax. Allow your shoulders to melt like ice cream. Allow all the muscles on your face to relax. Just allow your mind to have some time out, relaxing the back of your neck and your scalp. Relax your jawbone. Just allowing the whole body now to get heavier and relax. Breathing in those lovely breaths of warmth, compassion and kindness. And let them just, that breath just flow right down through your body with the blessings of the day. And breathe out down through your feet and out into Mother Earth. And leave Mother Earth hold whatever is creating you any negative energy. Just let it go. And as you're relaxed now, just imagine that you have like a magic carpet. And on this magic carpet, you can head off out the window and head off to your favorite place. So just see yourself getting on your carpet and lifting up in your room and heading off out over the city and heading off to your favorite place. Have a look over your magic carpet and see what you see on your way. Enjoy the journey towards your favorite place. So this is a magic carpet, so you can arrive there really soon. So allow yourself now to land in your favorite place. A nice soft landing. And as you land, just looking around and noticing what you can see there. Allow yourself to get curious with the sounds that are there. What can you hear there in this favorite place? Maybe there's some of your favorite smells there. And some of your favorite tastes there. So just enjoy tasting something there. Maybe you can touch things. What is it like there? Can you feel the air on your skin? Can you touch things? Allowing yourself now to be in the essence of your own true being. Allow yourself to be there and enjoy it. So now preparing to go back onto your magic carpet to come back home. Knowing that you can head off on your magic carpet there anytime again that you wish. So just seeing yourself leaving this place, leaving what you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. Allowing yourself to go back on your magic carpet and heading off home, and just notice how you feel after being in your favorite place. Just notice the journey back and allow yourself to come in through the window on your magic carpet and landing back again in your own room. Knowing that you can head there whenever you want. And now beginning to open your eyes and looking around and noticing where you are right now. What you can see, what you can hear and smell and taste and touch, and allow yourself to breathe into the essence of your own being. Just allow yourself to be present with you. It was really lovely being here with you this morning. I hope you find the figure 8 practice helpful, and I'll see you all again next Thursday at 11 o'clock. Please like and share so that others can see this practice. That would have been my teacher's wish, Pat Kane, that she trained us up to spread this word and spread all of these lovely practices, and her wish would have been that we spread it out to others. So please spread it out to others. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.